This week's Q&A is all about photography technique in general and also about specific types of photography. The first question is from Joseph. Any tips for macro photography? Yes. Get really close. I don't do macro often, but when I do, I take the pressure off myself and just try to make it fun. A lot of people do macro with dead bugs, and I don't do that. It's not for me. Now, if your passion is to take photos of dead bugs or flowers in the studio and spend a lot of time in post-processing, doing focus stacking and making sure that each and every pixel is as in focus and as crisp as it can be, that's cool. And even if that's the case, just be sure to make it fun. On to a question from Ken. Do you feel it's important to learn as much as you can about photography or just rely on modern cameras to take great images of what you see? Ken, you've known me long enough to know my answer. Just rely on the camera. Remember this video? You want to pack as much of the environment onto the sensor as possible. Worry about composition and other shit some other time. Nah, not really. You guys know I'm kidding. Really, I don't particularly care how anyone likes to shoot. If you like to set your camera to auto mode and use all the bells and whistles on the latest cameras, that's cool. If you like to shoot manual or use older cameras, that's cool too. You can enjoy photography either way. Learn a lot, learn a little, do what you like. And Mandy says, I want to know that too. As a newbie, I've done my head in with trying to learn everything and now losing confidence in photography. Mandy, just take pictures. You'll learn more from your own experience than you will learning from clowns like me online. I exaggerate a little bit, but don't worry overly much about the technicals or about what people say, online or otherwise. Once you understand how your camera works and you understand how exposure works, just get out and shoot. And my last question today is from Lance, who asks a question about a common topic. With the quality of JPEG files being so good out of the newer cameras, is it still necessary to always shoot RAW? Nothing is ever necessary. It's all up to you. If you want the flexibility of the additional data in the RAW file and you want to spend time at your computer later, then for you it might be necessary. If you're out shooting and the images you're taking are the images that you want to store, then those JPEGs will work great for you. There's more opinions on RAW versus JPEG than there are people, and just as many shoulds and shouldn'ts out there. You should shoot this way or that way, or you should do this or that. What I think is that you should do what works best for you, or what works best for you in any given situation. When someone tells me what I should do, it only leads me to believe that they're not 100% confident in what they're doing. That's all of my questions for this round of Q&A videos. This bunch of questions were all about photography technique. Technique is all about how you use your tools. So for us as photographers, it's about how we use our cameras, but also different theories and principles in our art. But I find that people get so caught up in the right or wrong technique that they can get lost. They can forget that photography is an art and something to be enjoyed. Not everyone has to do the same thing. There doesn't have to be a right way to shoot in any given situation. For me, I like to shoot differently in different situations and on different days. You have choices and buttons and dials on your camera for a reason. Play around with them. Stop worrying so much about making sure that your technique is proper or correct, and create something that you like in the way that you like. And that might mean using all of the auto settings and shooting in the smallest and most compressed JPEG setting. Or it might mean shooting in a fully manual mode with uncompressed 16-bit RAW files. Maybe not even using any of the cool features that cameras have today, like active delighting. Probably though, most of us fit somewhere in the middle, and like me, you might like to shoot differently in different situations. But you won't know until you step away from your computer and start shooting. So like I said, that is the last of the questions from this batch, but I will be asking for your questions again soon on Facebook. So be sure to like my page so that you see when the call goes out and you can get your question in. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you know when new videos come out. You can find links to those things in the description of this video.